Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Today I have an exciting unboxing and it's just a few items, but I think that you guys will really like them. But I thought I would unbox these for you. And those of you who are new to my channel and don't know why I love Jackson so much, this might help tell you why. So let me open this up. I've cut it. I've already cut it, but other than that, I hadn't opened it. So, it's a big box, and it's got a bunch of paper. Okay, so got some new sketchbooks. And I just got a few things with this order. And then this, and then this. All right. So I love the way they package it, and I especially love that they don't even use plastic tape. They even use paper tape. One of my lovely viewers had a great idea from one of my last Jackson's hauls to use this for wrapping paper and stamp on it and paint on it, and you can use it for wrapping paper, which I thought was a fabulous idea. So thank you so much for that idea. So let's unwrap this. They just take such care to wrap everything so nice, but it's usually environmentally friendly packaging, which I love. Ooh. Okay. Yay, so exciting. So they have this. Let me put this away. And I'm going to set this to the side. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, that's right. So they have lots of sales. Shop from the sales, which you guys know I often do. These are a bunch of plastic palettes, which if you guys have been with me long, you know I really don't like waste, and I really don't like plastic. I kind of hate plastic, but I really just hate disposable plastic. Now that I've discovered I love the acrylic inks and such, and also whenever I'm using liquid watercolors. These were like $2. They were super cheap. And so I thought I should give them a go since I've discovered some new art mediums. These might be very useful for me. So to get 3 of those, I went ahead and got one of their little watercolor samples. And then I also did get this. This is what I placed the order for. I was so excited. I've been stalking the site waiting for this because this is the 40 color dot chart of all the super granulation watercolors, which have been one of my favorite things of recent times. But I'm gonna open this up. So this is, if you want to test out all these, this is definitely the way to go because this was about $9. So I will open this up and swatch that out in just a little bit. And then, let's see. They also have the ETCHR sketchbooks on sale at Jackson's, and I was super excited for that. I have the white bound, the cold pressed paper. I love this sketchbook. This is my favorite of all my sketchbooks that I've tried. This is definitely my favorite, and I've already shared that in another video. Personally need everything to stay neat and look nice, and I don't know, I guess I'm just weird that way, but yeah, that's me. So it drives me crazy once they get dirty. So I was so excited to see that they have another cover, because that was really the only thing keeping me from like just totally embracing this, because I was so worried. And I don't know if my kids did it or what, but it got some spots and it's a problem. so they have these on sale at Jackson, so I decided to try some different sizes and everything like that. So let me open this one up. All right, so this one is the Perfect sketchbook. It's A5, and I was so excited to see this. It's packaged very nicely. So then it has another package. It's all paper though, so it could be fully recyclable. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this up and let's take a look at this. Okay, so it looks lovely. And this, I'm hoping this is my perfect sketchbook. It's still 100% cotton watercolor paper, and I love the gray color. It's very muted and neutral. That is great. Oh yeah, it does feel like it's kind of like a pleather. It's very lovely. It has it etched in the back. I really wanted to test this out before I invested very much. It has a pocket in the back, and it looks lovely. So this could be finally my perfect sketchbook. I'm so excited. Okay, so this comes in a nice protected, it's just paper, so it looks like it could be recycled. And let me go ahead and open this. So this one is the original, I believe. Okay, so this is what it looks like brand new. And then this is what it looks like after a few months of real life. It doesn't look so pretty anymore. And believe me, I tried it. If you've seen my room, I do my best to keep everything neat and tidy as I can. But I have a busy life, so yeah, stuff happens. So it's very nice. So if you don't have perfectionist tendencies, let's see, compare them. You know what though, this seems to have more texture. Maybe it's just on that page, but this one seems a little bit more white. This does seem to have a little more texture, and so maybe the paper's not the same. This seems to be less textured. These are both listed as 100% cotton, which is why they are definitely why I love them. And this has 44 pages. I'm not sure of the pages on this, so check the listing. But side by side comparison, this seems much closer to Arches paper. So this everyday sketchbook, it feels closer to Arches. It has that more cold press, a little rougher, which I personally, I really enjoy. This feels, this still is cold press, but it doesn't have as much texture. It's not near as rough. So depending on what you like, I thought I would share that comparison for you guys. So this is the B5, and it is the portrait format. It has 52 pages, 230 gram paper. It's 100% cotton paper, acid-free, and it says vegan friendly. So this is just a different size, and I use all kinds of planners and traveler's notebooks, and so I was hoping that I could cover this with that because that would solve the problem of getting it dirty. I love the size of this, and that is quite large, and that could be a lot of fun. So I'm hoping I have a traveler's notebook or something that I can cover this with to keep it neat. Otherwise, I might just wind up making myself. So we can't wait to try this out as well. And then lastly, let's see what's in this box. So they include these recyclable peanuts. Went ahead and picked up some acrylic samples. This is the Amsterdam series. Somebody else's haul video inspired me to purchase. I think it was probably Natasha Newton. We all love her videos. And I honestly never thought I would like acrylics. So I did get the permanent red violet and the white, and I wanted to test these out. So I'm just in the new world of using these in sketchbooks and such. I had two things that held me back from even learning or watching anything about acrylics. The main thing is I hate to waste anything, and so I don't want to waste palettes. I don't want to waste, you know, whatever you're going to use to put these on, and so I have to figure that out. But also, these don't last forever. So if you go get a bunch of colors, they do, from what I've heard, these aren't like watercolors. Watercolors and colored pencils, I've invested in those because they will pretty much last forever. So I'm never going to waste any. I use all of them, and I'm gonna be able to have paint parties and have my friends over for wine, and we're all gonna paint together. But with acrylics, from what I've heard, they don't last forever. So you have to be a lot more careful about how many you buy. But really pretty colors, and I really am attracted to the fact that you can like gouache paint over, but it's not that super matte finish, which I love that at times for gouache. I love that, but yeah, I decided to step out of my comfort zone a little bit and try these thanks to Natasha Newton. So they have the half pans now of some of the super granulating colors. So I picked out my favorites so far is Volcano Red, Volcano Yellow, and Volcano Violet. And I will swatch those out in just a minute. So just to catch you guys up, I had purchased these a month ago. I had purchased these as soon as they were available. I kind of wanted to use it a while to kind of taper down my excitement. And I know that may not be as fun, but it seems like it's more responsible. So I wanted to be a better friend. So how hard it's been to not share everything with you guys. But believe me, I have lots of hauls coming because birthday month, hello. But I wanted to kind of give you catch up on some of my favorites and everything. I have had so much fun playing with these sets. Now that I've had them for a while, I wish I would have just got the Volcano and the Shire probably, are my top two. I probably wish that I would have waited for the Desert and the Haze, but I've had this one since like Thanksgiving. So these are these little small sets are what I tried first, and then they're the little sizes, and then there's the 15 mil. So make sure you do your math to see which one is going to work out for you best. But honestly, now that they have the half pans, I didn't even know they were going to get the half pans until they showed up. You can see how much I've used already. I've already used quite a bit. So I could have put these in half pans. For super granulating colors, for some reason, the consistency seems different. I don't know if it's something weird I'm doing or what, but something about the binder or something is different. It's different than any of the other Schmincke paints that I'm used to. And it does seem like they're going faster. But for this Volcano Red, it's PR 108, but it's a unique formula. And I compared it to both of my other Schmincke PR 108s, and it's different than those. So don't think you can mix your own using that color, because it's not. It is an entirely different color. Here's some swatches I have to share. So this is the Volcano set, which was definitely my favorite, mostly for these two colors, the Volcano Yellow and the Volcano Red. Very interesting. I also really love the Volcano Violet. The brown, they do granulate, and here's the brown. It's interesting. But this one is this dark, the Cadmium Red Deep, which I thought, well, I'm going to try that and see how it compares. Maybe it's closer to this one. I did swatch this out, but I can't find this swatch at this time. So, but it's not granulating, and so if you're into that, that's fun. And then here's all of the colors swatched out. This is the Volcano set, all except for the brown. The brown's over here. I couldn't get that all. I was too excited and making my swatches too big. So you can see here why I didn't find these, and maybe I was using too much pigment because the consistency was different, but they don't seem, so that's why I ordered the half pans, to see if maybe I was just picking up too much pigment, and that maybe that was my error, because I was using them straight out of the tubes and they were still, tube paint was still wet. And then this is the Haze set. This would be the Shire set. Look at that. Love that color. Both of these, actually. All three of these. Of course, that one is my least favorite. It looks like split pea soup or something. And then for the Desert, I probably could have lived without that color for sure. But that color, look at that. Which color is that? The Desert Green. The Desert Green is pretty amazing to me. I am going to swatch out this whole sheet here in a minute. So let's do some swatching. Let me open these up and we'll go ahead and start swatching these out. Seeing the swatches dry is all different. Okay, so One thing good about Schmincke palettes is they always have their name on the bottom. Am I the only one who like appreciates all the little fine details? The Volcano Yellow is, it shares it as being transparent, but I didn't find it to be transparent. Maybe I used too much of the pigment. So this is made from PY159, which is a either it's a new pigment or a rare pigment because I can't find it anywhere. Volcano Red is the PR108. Volcano Violet is a mix of PV62 and PR108. So this is Volcano Yellow. And if you're new to watercolors, or if you're new to my channel, the reason I love Schmincke so much is because the gum arabic they use is the best, and they re-wet like a dream. That is a gorgeous color. Okay, next is the Volcano Red. And I think part of me is so excited that I got to try so many of these colors when they were new, before everyone was talking about them, so I can form my own opinion. But part of me, if I knew they were coming out with the half pans, I probably would have waited to get the half pans. So, because it takes a long time to get the paint to dry the way I like them, and they're just, look, Schmincke does it all neat and new and perfect. Okay, look at that red. Isn't that stunning? Ah, that's so pretty. Okay, and so the next I have Volcano Violet. And now, if you're filling your own half pans, Schmincke has a video on how they fill their pans. They basically fill them 4 times and let them dry in between each time. And if you're a busy mom like me, that can take forever. Okay, I made that bigger, but if you guys know me, I love violet. Hello, I love violet. So I have to make that color even bigger. And I'm not, okay, so now this is interesting to me because I hope some of you guys have told me, am I weird? Was it my batch? These, when I swatched these out, they had a kind of a weird like gel consistency, and they were different than any other Schmincke paints that I swatched out before. And I think it was the yellow pigment, but I'm not noticing it all with the half pans. So got some red in there. Okay, so I flicked some of the purple in there, messed up my swatch. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm not noticing any of that gel consistency. I don't know what to call it. It's just, it was different, and I'm not getting that with a half pan. So, which is good to me because it seemed like the paint didn't last as long, honestly. And so I'm thoroughly thrilled with these half pans. And you can start to see some of the granulation. This is the sample of paper that they sent that is 100% cotton, but it's not arches. Aren't those pretty? Oh, I love them so much. They're so fun to play with. Okay, so let's take these two and let's mix them and see if we can get the close color to save you guys some money. In case you're not like beyond obsessed with watercolors like me, let's mix these two and see if you don't need to get to that violet color just by mixing these. Yep. See, that's pretty easy. That was pretty easy. It didn't take very long. And look how easy that was to mix. So unless you really are like me and you really love to have all the colors, you could just buy this purple, this violet, this cobalt violet hue. It is absolutely gorgeous if you love to paint florals, and for me, I love it I bought it just to paint hydrangeas myself. And you can see I've used a lot of it, so you definitely can do that. So don't think you have to have all they're convenient. Most of these are convenient mixes, except for that yellow and the red. I'm glad I'm in my 40s now, but if I was in my 20s, I could have never bought all these colors. So this was the color I mixed, and I made that color almost in 2 seconds. Now for this lovely super granulating dot card. Oh, this is like true love here. Let's open this up. I'm so excited. So this is the wonderful Schmincke Aquarelle. This is their Super Granulating Colors dot card. And look at this glorious. I love when companies do this. This is new. So usually Schmincke, with all their dot cards, have just got a piece of basically parchment paper to divide these up to keep them from contaminating each other when you close it. But this is like a small plastic sheet. It's got a bit of texture to it. All right, so let's go ahead and swatch out all 40 super granulating colors from Schmincke. And I love that Schmincke lists not only the granulating colors, but they also list the light fastness, the opacity, all the information except for the pigment information. They do make you hunt for that. I am totally okay with convenience colors personally. Is the star of the show Volcano Yellow. This will also give you a good idea because granulating colors sometimes aren't as easy to re-wet depending on the brand. And that is one thing Schmincke, to me, hands down, they are easier to re-wet than a lot of brands. That's one of my favorite things. But some of these pigments might be more hard to re-wet. Okay, so sometimes with dot cards you want to put a little drop of water and let it sit, and I think I'm going to do that just to speed this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead. So I swatched out Volcano Yellow, and then I've put a tiny dollop of water on these to try to make this go a little bit faster. And so next I'm going to swatch out Volcano Orange. And true to Schmincke, look at that. And they do, I love that they put this on pretty good watercolor paper. This watercolor paper is thicker than their previous dot chart. The paper feels even better. Look at that, Volcano. So this was Volcano Red, and here's Volcano Violet, and but I love swatching. That's when I don't know what to paint, I swatch. And it's showing the granulation. Look at that. So beautiful. This is Volcano Brown. Okay, now we have the Galaxy. So this was the Volcano set of granulating colors if you get them in the set, but they can be purchased individually. Next is Galaxy, which is another one of my favorites. And this color is Y. Look at this, Galaxy Pink. Oh my goodness. When I'm swatching these out, it's just, I mean, I already have this color in the 15 milliliter. Honestly, look at that. Just look at that gorgeousness. So yummy. Okay. $15 milliliter already, like these. Next is Galaxy Violet. And this is gorgeous too. The Galaxy and the Deep Sea were my favorites before the new sets came out, and I think they're still going to be my favorites because those are the colors that I paint with the most. Okay, absolutely gorgeous color, Galaxy Violet. All right, next is Galaxy Blue. Really pretty color. There's Galaxy Blue. And then next is Galaxy Brown. Very interesting color. And Galaxy Black. Oh, this is pretty. None of these are new to me, but swatching them like this is just so satisfying. So beautiful. Look at those colors. So next is Deep Sea, and this was my next favorite after the Galaxy. And I'm not sure how many of these are available. These colors might be available here in the US at Blick. Sometimes they've been doing better about making the prices competitive with getting them in the UK. So that is Deep Sea Violet. Isn't that gorgeous? Just stunning. And then next is Deep Sea Indigo. Really pretty. I never know how much of these swatches you guys want live or fast forwarded, because I feel like watching this you might be bored, but so far everyone's been telling me they want me to swatch them out live because I'm just going to be oohing and ahhing about all the colors. But if you love watercolors, then you get it. But look at that Galaxy Brown. I mean, if you guys knew, look at those granulating, look at that Galaxy Violet. And I want to tell you guys to be, you know, kind of more responsible and make sure you mix the colors first before you purchase it. But on the other hand, these make me so happy. I don't want to take away your happiness. You do you. But personally, love. Next is Deep Sea Blue, which is another really pretty color. But aren't all colors pretty, really? It's just a matter of how useful they'll be. But one thing, I think most of us, if you're creative, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've always been creative. And part of the joy to me is not only finding what I can do with something, it's what else I can do with it. And that's part of the joy. Okay, here's my, this is everything to me. Look at this gorgeous deep sea green. It's just gorgeous. This is probably my favorite color. And it's actually pretty easy to mix, but I like the convenience color. So gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that gorgeousness. Is it coming in? Look at that gorgeousness. Okay. Deep Sea Black. And this definitely feels like better paper than their last swatch chart. And the last swatch chart wasn't awful. It was just thinner, and it's so smart of them to do this thicker paper because you can see the granulation more. So well done once again. I swear, just Schmincke never fails. So next is the Shire. Okay, I'm going to try to not hurt anybody's feelings that this color, ugh. It's so ugly. Okay, if you're into landscapes, then you probably can think of uses for this, but there's so many other pretty greens. This doesn't do a thing for me, but it's great that we're all different and have different needs and different tastes, because how boring would it be if we all liked the same color and the same thing? Next is a little better, is Shire Olive. This one's a little better. I could use this one. I could use this one. This could be great for some leaves, some foliage. Much better. So these are harder to re-wet, so maybe my paint dried. I'm going to try one more and see if I need to go back and add. I might need to go back and add a dollop of water on each again. My paint might have dried because I'm having too much fun. But granulating colors sometimes can be harder to re-wet. So this is Shire Green, and it's very pretty. It's going to be perfect for spring, and you can see the yellow separating. Isn't that pretty? So you can see the granulation in those already starting to come out. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. Okay, this is Shire Blue, which is probably my favorite out of the set. Look at that, so pretty. And then Shire Gray. Okay. Yeah, so these two are definitely my favorites out of those, the Shire Green and the Shire Blue. Next is Desert. Look, I mean, look how stunning that is. Look at that. It's just, so beautiful. Okay, next is Desert Orange. This is a really pretty color too. And then Desert Brown. This one didn't want to re-wet very well. I hope I wasn't off camera for those. But next is Desert Green. So none of these have been super hard to re-wet. Not nearly like if you've done the Daniel Smith. Some of their Permatex can be difficult. Some of their, oh my goodness, look at this. I told you guys, isn't this the best color? This Desert Green, amazing. Look at that. What is like, is it just me? I don't even have to paint with these and I am already like just smitten. I'm just smitten. So much fun to see all that color. And I could just do swatches and play with paint every day and be happy. And look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, next is Tundra Orange. I wonder how many of us use art as therapy. I just use it for everything. It's just so much fun. Tundra Orange, really nice. Next is Tundra Pink. This is definitely one of my favorites. So pretty, look at that. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. It's like a dusty purple, just purpley goodness. Okay, so pretty. And then Tundra Violet. Of course, I love this one too. It's just so deep and gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, it's really dark. It has black in it. Next is Tundra Blue. Tundra would be my third favorite set, obviously, if you guys can't tell. I'm trying to be impartial so you guys can make your own opinions, but I just can't help myself. It's just, it's very interesting to me, the emotional level that color brings. And it's just, look at that. It has some brown. The Tundra Violet has like some brown mixed with violets. And then the Tundra Pink has the violets with, it looks like reds. Okay, next is Tundra Green. And I think this is this is the only Tundra color I did not put on my palette. This is not my kind of green. I can see its usefulness for a lot of landscapes, but there's those Tundra colors. Lots of pretty. Those are just really pretty. I almost might have done too much. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, Glacier Blue. And if you haven't placed an order with Jackson's before. I will, and you will get 10% off your first order. I'll have a link below, and you'll get 10% off your first order. But I don't know if these are going to sell out, but I wish I could send one of these to everybody I knew. Next is, so that's Glacier Blue, and next is Glacier Turquoise, another favorite. So pretty. And then next is Glacier Green, which of course is one of my favorites because it has two of my favorite pigments. It's a PG50 and it's Potter's Pink and Cobalt Turquoise, basically. And two of my favorite colors for mixing. So pretty. And it's such a pretty color, but interesting enough, when I set out my big palette, it's the only one that I didn't have to refill. So I don't know, I don't know why, but I wasn't using, maybe I didn't want to overdo using that since it's my favorite colors. Next is Glacier Brown, which for brown is a very stunning color. Look at that. So gorgeous. All right, and next is Glacier Black. This one's a little difficult to re-wet, but then look, there it is. All right. Next is Forest Olive. These are a little hard to wet. I'm gonna put a dab on again. See, I might have mixed that now. Don't want to contaminate any colors. Okay, next is Forest Olive. This is the Forest set. Really nice olive. Next is Forest Green, which I found myself using a lot on my palette, and I had to refill it twice. When I did my big ceramic palette that I used as kind of a test before I went to fill half pans, and next is Forest Blue, which is the other green on my ceramic palette that I found myself reaching for and had to refill it. It's a really fun color. Next is Forest Brown. Look at that, that's pretty. Okay, next is Forest Gray. So they're all swatched, and I love that Schmincke. I love Schmincke so much. You guys know I love Schmincke. I try to really not like favor them or what, but it's hard. Schmincke just they've never broken my heart, not once. Don't go breaking my heart, Schmincke. Stunning colors. I love that they've given us this dot chart, and I had taken many of my favorite colors and I'd put them in a large, you can see in my other video for my favorites, I had taken a large selection of granulating colors, added some general mixing colors, and I painted off that for a few months, and I actually loved it, but it also taught me which ones. There's many colors that I found just beautiful and stunning, but sometimes the colors that you love the most aren't actually the colors you paint with the most. I keep finding that over and over again. So I felt it very useful, and then I told you guys I was going to go and make my own Schmincke colors of all just granulating colors, which I did. So I'll probably share that in another video, but because now, of course, with the new sets, some of these colors might change. But that's why I use it like this, so I can switch the colors in and out. And yeah. So I might do a video about that coming up. But I hope that you guys found this useful. If you're new to watercolors, just, let's see. They didn't include the pigment information, so, but you can look those up and you can try to mix it yourself first and see. But like, look at that forest blue. That is such a gorgeous color. It's probably something you can mix, but personally, I don't mind convenience colors. I'm a busy mom. Sometimes I love to mix and play, and other times I just want to paint and I don't have time to mix. So you guys do you, but I want to be a good friend and tell you that a lot of these will be convenience mixes. You might be able to mix them yourself. So many stunning colors. It's interesting, I swatched all these out and I just now noticed that all the missing on here is the haze set. So I guess they are leaving this haze set as a limited edition. These colors right here, this is the haze. And honestly, I could have probably lived without. I picked this up before Thanksgiving and I'm not sure if it's still available, but the haze pink and the haze indigo were the two that I was really liking. I would have said that this was a regret, but now that they're limited and I wouldn't be able to try them again, I'm really glad I found these on sale. I think I paid $37 for these. They wouldn't have been worth it for me to purchase the 15 ml tube. I don't think I would use it enough, to be honest. So, but I love having this little set so I could try all the colors. And I believe they're adding, from the last that I read, it seems like I read that they're adding these to the Schmincke lineup. So these are not going to be limited or anything like that. I think the reason I regretted getting these mostly is because they were easy to mix colors. I don't see any unique pigments. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not seeing any unique pigments that are hard to find or anything. So don't feel like if it's years later and these aren't available, please don't feel like you missed out. Just grab some of your other colors and you can you can mix them. Just wanted to share that with you guys, but so fun to swatch out. Everybody that I know that loves watercolors would love this. So once those colors dry, sometimes the granulation comes out even more, and they are just stunning. And there's really, I think Schmincke did a fabulous job developing these. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed watching me swatch these out. Hope you guys all take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.